Have you ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels? Working super hard but not really getting anywhere? What if I told you the secret isn't about more effort, but about making smarter moves? Well, that's what we're diving into today. We're going to break down the core ideas from the art of smart tactics into a powerful toolkit you can start using right now. Let's get into it.
Think about it for a second. Your biggest wins, your greatest achievements, were they just happy accidents, or was something else going on? So many of us kind of cross our fingers and hope things will just work out. We rely on luck. But here's the thing, as the source material points out, luck is totally unreliable. You can't control it. Tactics, though, that puts the control right back in your hands.
Now this quote, this is a big one. It's so powerful because it just completely levels the playing field. It's telling us that success isn't reserved for the people who are naturally gifted or the most powerful. No, it's a skill. A skill that can actually be learned, the skill of thinking and acting strategically.
Okay, so let's reframe how we see our everyday lives. Instead of just a random series of events happening to us, what if life is actually a game? A game where the winning strategy isn't just about pure muscle or raw effort, it's all about making the right moves at exactly the right time.
From a simple decision like how you're going to spend your evening, all the way up to a huge career choice. Every single day presents us with this battlefield. Every choice you make is a move on the board, and it shapes the entire course of your life. It really makes you wonder, right? How many of those moves are we making with any real intention?
So if you want to play this game well, you've got to have the right mindset. And this is where we get introduced to the whole idea of the tactician. It's this fundamental shift, moving away from just reacting to whatever life throws at you, and instead proactively shaping your own outcomes on purpose. And a tactician isn't some four-star general on a battlefield. In our lives, a tactician is anyone who prepares, who sees the bigger picture, and who acts with real intention. And you want to know the best part? This isn't something you're just born with. It's a skill. And just like any skill, it can be learned, and you can get really, really good at it.
So, here it is. This is the fundamental choice we all face. On one side, you have tactics, being proactive, taking control, building real confidence because you've done the work. And on the other side, luck. Just passively hoping that, things work out. A true tactician refuses to leave their success up to chance.
All right, the very first tool in our tactician's toolkit is an absolute game changer. Knowing which battles are even worth fighting. This isn't about being passive or avoiding conflict. No, it's about being strategic with your most valuable and most limited resource, your energy.
The book calls this the energy principle. Think of your daily energy like money in a bank account. You only have so much. And if you spend it on every little annoyance, every pointless argument online, you're going to be emotionally broke when a really important challenge comes along.
So, how do you decide? Well, a tactician fights for things that actually matter, things that move the needle, their core values, their personal growth, what's right. They wisely avoid the battles that are purely about ego, the ones that are totally pointless, or the ones that just distract them from their bigger goals. And get this, walking away from those fights, that's not weakness, that's wisdom.
Okay, so here's a super simple but really powerful framework you can use. Before you jump into a conflict, just stop and ask yourself these 3 quick questions. This little mental check can save you an incredible amount of time and energy, and it helps you focus only on the fights that are truly worth winning.
So you've chosen the right battle. Now, how do you make sure you win it? Well, that brings us to our second tool. A tactician knows that victory is often decided long before the real challenge even starts. The secret? It's all in the preparation.
I absolutely love this idea. Opportunity almost never sends you an invitation, right? It just shows up. And if you haven't done the work, poof, it's gone in a flash. But if you're prepared, you can grab it with both hands. That's the key. Preparation is how you basically manufacture your own luck. But there's always a but, right? There's this one powerful force that's always working against our best intentions to prepare. It's a common enemy that just derails our plans and undermines our readiness. What is it?
Yep, procrastination. It is the ultimate thief of opportunity. A tactician fights this enemy every single day by taking small, consistent steps. They know that preparing early doesn't just cut down on stress, it builds this foundation of confidence that is absolutely unshakable when the challenge finally arrives.
Okay, so you've chosen your battle. You've prepared for it. But what happens when things go wrong anyway? When total chaos hits?
This is where our third tool comes in, and honestly, it's a true superpower in today's world, the strength of calmness.
When the pressure is on, our first instinct is usually emotional. We get angry, we get scared, we panic. But these strong emotions are like a thick fog rolling in. They completely blind us to the logical solution. And reacting impulsively, it almost always makes the problem even worse.
This right here is the whole ball game, the huge difference between an impulsive reaction and a calm response. One is fueled by emotion and, let's be honest, almost always leads to regret. The other is guided by logic and puts you back in control of the situation, instead of letting the situation control you.
So we've covered 3 incredibly powerful strategies, all drawn right from The Art of Smart Tactics. Now the focus shifts. It goes from just understanding these tools to actually putting them to work in your own life. And here it is, your tactical toolkit in 3 simple steps. It all starts with being selective, saving your energy for what really matters. Then it's about being proactive, creating your own opportunities through preparation. And finally, it's about being unshakable, maintaining control through calmness. You see how each one builds on the last?
Look, at the end of the day, knowledge is only potential power. Taking action is where the real power is. With this new mindset and these new tools, you are equipped to play the game of life way more smartly. The question isn't what you should do anymore, it's what you will do. The board is set. So, what's your next move?